Hanukkah is really the essence of Judaism. How could one say that it's the essence of Judaism? Well, it's the essence of Judaism because it's the holiday that's not mentioned in the Bible. Let me repeat that. It's the holiday, the major Jewish holiday, that's not mentioned in the Bible. So how could the essence of something be not mentioned? The secret is that everything in the Bible refers to this and leads you to it. To understand this, this comes from what you would call deconstructive thought. That the highest essence isn't stipulated. Everything around it is stipulated, but the highest essence isn't stipulated. Hanukkah is a perfect example of this because Hanukkah relates to the sun, not S-O-N. It does relate to that also, like in Christianity, but the S-U-N. The original name for the sun is that there's no name for it. The names that we have for the sun, even the idea of its being a Ma'or HaGadol, a large, great light, in the first chapter of Genesis, on the day that it was created, doesn't give a name for it. And then later on, the name Shemesh or Hema, these refer to it, but not to its essence. You see. So the real point of anything is that you have to read the whole thing and be familiar and experience the whole thing, and then find out what the essence really is. Very much like the name Ein Sof itself. Ein Sof, which is the level of the essence of God, isn't in the Bible either. And in a weird sense, Ein Sof, even, remember, Ein Sof, even that has two levels. There's an Ein Sof and then there's an Atzmutz Ein Sof. And this Atzmutz Ein Sof, this Atzmutz, relates to the word ner, candle, light. And if you do the gematria of ner, the simple gematria is 250. But the full gematria of the word ner, nun, that's 106, nun vav nun, that's 106, and resh shin is 500, that's 606, and the 606 is the gematria of atzmutz, meaning essence. So the ner, just like the ner tamid, the ner of Hanukkah, is the essence. And this essence is found in Hanukkah, in the candle of Hanukkah. Remember, the essence, there are 7 branches of the menorah in the Beis HaMikdash. How could Hanukkah have 8 candles if the menorah in the temple has 7? Well, that's the whole secret. 7 is the spiritual number. 8 is the infinite number. Just like the the symbol for the infinity sign is an 8 on its side. Chanukah is 8. That's the secret, that extra light. And that's why, in a certain sense, one only has to light one light for Chanukah. And that's the level of above the spiritual. Above the spiritual into the infinite is the simplicity of its essence, which is one. Yahid, not echad, a singularity. They bring that down now in science, singularity. Now, I have many Hanukkah videos, which I'll, refer to. I'll bring them down as links. But they lead me to this, and quite frankly, one could talk a long time about this, and I'm going to over the 16 days of Hanukkah. The 16,000 amos of the deep. And so, for those yogis out there, see, I'm going to bring this Hanukkah thing into many other religions, into the festival of Diwali, into the concept of Nur in Islam, the concept of the Christmas tree in Christianity, the whole idea of light, the idea of the sun, because not only in Christianity is it the birth of the sun, S-O-N, but it's considered the birth of the sun, S-U-N. And English brings a great, parallel here between S-O-N and S-U-N for Christianity. And it's one here. The other beauty of it, as I've expressed, and this is something that you can look into as we approach the end of the year, the secular year, the end of December. Hanukkah is the only holiday that includes 2 months. So it's the 25th of Kislev, and it goes to, like second or third day of Teslev, even if you just follow the 8 days of Tevet. If you follow that, it passes the month. It's 2 months. It's a union of 2 months, which is what Christmas is. The 12 days of Christmas from the 25th of December till the 6th of January. It incorporates December and January, and the beauty of the secular New Year is this link. And that comes in at midnight, which is like in Judaism, it's the one rises at midnight for the union of Yaakov and Leah and Rachel. And it's the whole birth of the sun out of darkness. You see. So as in some of my other videos, I have a video where, see, I think that not only is one candle sufficient, it's the striking of the match, the essence to light the candle, which is even more sufficient. The desire to light the candle is the fulfillment of desire. Let me repeat that. The desire to do something is the fulfillment of that desire. Again, if I didn't do this video, I wouldn't have said that phrase. I only thought of the phrase as I did it. Because these videos are so that I have a record. I have a record for myself because these are extemporaneous words, as you hear. It comes from my spark essence and then filters out into societal time. The desire to do something is the fulfillment of that desire. Once you have the desire for it, that is the physical fulfillment. Go on to the next. For you yogis out there, see, this is another point now. Did you ever hear the candle pose? The shoulder stand? I forget the name now. In Sanskrit. The candle pose is what you should be doing in Hanukkah. And for those who keep in mind what they're doing when they do a yoga exercise, so it's more than just doing calisthenics. Remember, it's a reverse pose. And why they call it a candle pose is you're supposed to be like a candle. You're supposed to be like a candle. And other people are supposed to see you, and that lights the light of them. The beauty about a candle is that one candle lights 1,000 candles. Once you have a light, you can light another candle. The big deal is lighting the first candle. You need that spark, light one candle, and then you can light 1,000,000 candles. And that's what the shoulder pose is. You be a candle for somebody else. And in the beauty of the thing that Sheldrake calls morphonic resonances, the candle that you are in Hollywood or Miami or Paris has a influence on the candles on the people to set them off for light in the far most remote regions of the world, like Iowa or Timbuktu. So your candle in Los Angeles is assisting the people in Timbuktu. And if you glow in Los Angeles, you're affecting the lives of the people in Tibet. This is part of Hanukkah. And obviously I can go on, and I am going to go on and on because it's a 16-day holiday. And this is only a start. So I have much more to say.